Welcome to another edition of the First Blood interview series. Number 5, number 6, I'm not sure. We'll call it number 5.5, just break it even. I am joined today by the hero of the previous SSL, the star of quite a few different plays. It's going to be MissHairspray joining us this week. How you doing, Miss?
I'm good, thank you. A bit coffee, but other than that, good.
Sorry to hear that. Before we start this interview by talking about PUBG, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I grew up playing Counter-Strike. I usually play like Zombie Escape and Zombie Mod. And after that, I started playing competitive. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then my boyfriend told me to start playing PUBG, and I tried it out, and now I'm stuck.
I actually had a similar thing for myself. I actually had the game gifted to me. I didn't think I would like it, but then I started playing it, and here I am. So obviously stuck in a pretty big way for myself. Before we start talking about games in general, though, I'm to understand that you have some kind of like snake business.
Yes, I breed snakes.
Oh boy.
As a hobby, though.
As a hobby. Oh boy. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's like you can't be indecisive about snakes. You're the kind of person that really likes snakes, and you're like, you boop the snoop, that kind of thing, or you're like me, and you really don't like snakes.
I don't know. I mean, like, I think snakes are pretty, like, very much misunderstood. Like, you see in movies, they're scary and they eat people and all that kind of stuff, but that's, like, it's not true. So it's not like a snake is not going to chase you and try to eat you.
But what if it does?
No, it doesn't.
Oh boy, it's gonna take a lot of therapy to get me through the indoctrination of the movies from the past. All right, so let's talk about video games. What initially prompted your interest in esports? You said that you were just kind of asked by some friends to do it, but it seems like, you know, like Zombie Escape is a really big jump. It's like competitive CS:GO, for example.
Yeah, I guess like when I played Zombie Escape, it got more and more. I don't know how to say it, but like people stopped playing it, so all my friends left, and it wasn't fun anymore. And then it started playing competitive, and I don't know. I like the team play, I guess.
Mm-hmm. How far did you get in CS:GO competitive?
Not far.
So when it comes to esports in general, did you do anything in it before playing competitively? Like, were you just a fan, a viewer, or some kind of manager, anything like that?
No, I don't think I've been any of that actually.
Wow, you haven't
I've
even,
just like played for
esports?
fun. No, I didn't.
Wow, interesting.
And then when someone said if I wanted to be in the team, I got more involved. So then I started seeing more.
Are you interested in it now, or is it still something that you mostly do as a player?
No, I'm still interested now, of course, now that I'm in it. But yeah, I'm not good at like checking what I'm going to play in like the esport. It's usually the team that knows, and I'm just playing. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah. Do you take some time to watch any events, or is it still something that you mostly do playing?
No, I watch too.
What kind?
But I mostly play Gila and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And I like watching, of course, streamers.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that Halo was the very first esport that I started watching, like way back in the day. I remember a while ago it started with it actually made its way about 10 years ago plus onto ESPN, like onto TV, and that was big news back in the day, especially for a country boy like me who barely even used the internet. What kind of Halo events do you watch nowadays? I'm not even actually sure what there is.
I don't know either, actually. But with Halo events, what do you mean then?
Oh, is that the game that you said? Sorry.
No.
Oh, my bad.
I did play Halo though when I was very young.
Mm-hmm.
I played with some friends.
Oh yeah.
But it was on like PS4, I think.
Yeah, the Xbox is I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
was one
Xbox.
of those
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
So when it comes to CS:GO competitive, what are some of your favorite moments from playing in that particular game?
I don't know. I just love camping the two dust doors
Oh
like everyone
no.
else, I guess.
You know, that reminds me of something that happened during SSL relatively recently. A couple of things actually that happened during SSL, the last week's games. I think that we actually have that on a highlight reel, so we'll wait to bring that up until later. But we'll talk about what happened previously at that point. So do you still play CS:GO, or did you transition completely over to PUBG?
No, when I started playing PUBG, I couldn't go back.
Okay. Do you think that it's just like I just like this game so much more? Like, why do you only play PUBG now?
Yeah, I got really caught into PUBG, and I stopped playing CS:GO because there was so many cheaters.
Oh,
So it wasn't fun playing anymore. Like every game I went into, there was spin hackers, and I got so tilted.
uh, understandable. Was that like do the free to play thing? Do you think, or something else?
No,
Mm.
I don't know.
All right, well, let's start talking a little bit more about PUBG then. So when it comes to like how like all the time you spent in PUBG, like what's your favorite story? Be it competitive, matchmaking, anything like that.
What do you mean with story?
Like the
Like,
favorite moment that you've had playing the game.
I guess this one that I the on Sunday.
All right, all right.
That was my favorite moment, I guess. Just because it's like I'm getting so much attention from it. So I guess that's it.
I think it'd be pretty accurate that to say that like the couple of plays that you made during SSL is one of the big reasons that you're here. It was so hype. Like it was like the first fight of the day, and already I'm like here in this chair just yelling at the top of my lungs, like what just happened? That was nuts. And the team that you killed, I'm not sure if you actually watched it back, but the team that you killed, like that was my personal favorite going into that day as the first place team, and seeing them get demolished by a single person was nuts. Huge props to you for that. So, do you intend to continue playing competitive PUBG?
Yeah, but I need a team first.
Yeah. Just saying, guys, MissHairspray, LFT. Hit her up. What kind of events do you think that you'll be playing in? Because I know that hopefully SSL is a thing that you'll continue to play in. But do you know what kind of events are available to you in Europe, in Sweden, for example?
No, I don't keep like track that
Mm.
good.
That's the kind of thing a team manager will hopefully be able to help you
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So why do you play competitive PUBG? Because I think that you said before you started playing a little bit of comp CS:GO. Do you feel more competitive by nature now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Uh,
It's I'm driven to do like to get better. So when I play with good people, I learn and I get better, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a really important thing to want to have, especially just making sure that you don't reach a sort of just peak early, always being willing and able to learn. Do you think that you'll be moving on to other esports at some point, like in the future? Uh, maybe if you get sick of PUBG, or if another game rolls up that you're just like, oh, that looks so cool.
Um, right now, no. I'm way too stuck in PUBG
No,
to even try other games.
I'm with you there, man. PUBG is one of those games where I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard of battle royales, I was I just thought it was like all luck, because I remember the very first one, which I think was Arma 3 battle royale, and the guns in that game are like super unbalanced. So when I heard that there was a new game built around that, I thought it was not gonna be good. I thought it was gonna be super luck based. But then when I started playing PUBG, I realized that it was like an incredibly strategic and tactical game. So I definitely agree with you as far as just like the way this game can just keep pulling you in. It's really fun. So what is your opinion on the EU PUBG scene around where you are, or do you know much about it?
I don't know much about it now.
Okay. Once again, do you need a manager to probably help out with that?
Yeah.
What are some of the strengths then that you think that you and your teammates showed during SSL? Maybe either in the games or to qualify.
Oh, I guess the team spirit at first. I mean, we went in like it was really hard because 2 of our members left, so we had to bring in subs. So we tried our best, like, to make it work.
Was this 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago? Last week?
When they left? Or-
Yeah, when you were trying to keep everything together.
The crash came the day before, so it was kind of fast. So we
Yeah.
had like the same day we had to bring in 2 subs.
Well, I think that was the day that you got it. Was it? I think you got 3rd place that week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's very good for having 2 subs on the team. Well, I think, we're going to be going to a quick break, I believe. We're going to play the highlight reel that we were talking about, and then when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about that highlight reel, and then more about Comp PUBG. We'll see you guys soon.
Oh, you can't let him get away with that. Hairspray trying to hang in there.
Ooh,
Gets
nice.
one. Immediately goes to the reload. But the frags coming in as well as a flank from the right side by the Teletubbies and might make this over. And even a couple of shots from Evis taking down Debelung coming in from the rear for backup. So deranged EU willing to take this 3v4, this fight in the south side of the zone. Might get punished for it, but another knock from Hairspray. She's putting in some good work, and even Mimic going for the res. This is so greedy. And now a 1v1 is Hairspray gonna do it, take out one of our best teams in the lobby. Kleiman coming in from the right, Hairspray just abusing the prone here. She sees him. Oh my god, she does it! Some Hairspray takes down the entirety of Teletubbies on her own.
Unless they exactly peel right here. And that's typically the path you do. When you come across this bridge, this is right where you go.
Oh no, the Wizards! Oh, and they even pull up. They're dead. They're already dead. They don't even know it yet. And even the car detonating. Fight there. A very, very hectic fight on the southwest edge of the zone. However, the one to their north is still going on as the Wizards are somewhat pushed in by the zone. However, like you're mentioning, all 4 players able to be rezzed. A frag coming into smoke. That smoke, a beacon of their current location. That's going to be the easiest frag of his life. Xylon going down. Hofkid, the only one left up in a second one, takes him down as he actually downs himself, probably intentionally, knowing he was going to die there. At that point, I think you got to go for the push. They're smelling the blood in the water, but Mooney here playing the snake in the grass, getting one. We've seen how strong snakes can be in this game, and Mooney will be taking it home, finishing off 2 players from the Wizards, and that was our only 4-man team left. The Boars in the far north against aim from Poland. 2 players down already with Morpheus and Bruxel down. Norky is holding his ground, popping smokes, but that was not a smoke grenade.
It was not.
That was not a smoke grenade.
At least it wasn't a vehicle.
Not a smoke grenade indeed. Welcome back to our second half of the FirstBlood interview series. If you're just now tuning in, we are joined by MissHairspray, who you might recognize from the beginning of that first clip, put on a great show, doing essentially a 1v4 against the boys on Teletubbies. He obviously wasn't alone. She did have a couple of friends at her back, but all in the kill feed, Lighten Up was her name. Welcome back, MissHairspray.
Thank you.
So let's walk through that initial play that you did, as well as talk after that another one that you did. But in that first play, I think it was one of the first fights in the game. But when it comes to like play styles, I've never seen anyone take a fight like that where you're just prone in the middle of nowhere. Is that a strategy that you use a lot?
Not really, no.
I felt like I was
didn't have any
watching.
cover.
Yeah, I felt like I was watching, and I was like, "Wait, is this actually good?"
I didn't have any cover, so what should I do? I had to do something.
And it honestly felt really smart, and because me and Charity were talking about it a little bit, and we said like when you're going over a ridge, you're looking at the hard cover first. You're looking at the trees. You're looking at the rocks. So there's no reason for them to look where you are. You're literally hiding in plain sight. I still can't believe. What was going through your head at the time of that fight?
Well, when we pulled up there and I jumped, I saw them coming towards us. So I didn't see the guy laying down. They got my friend first. So at first I was just crouching and waiting for my team to get ready. But when I got knocked, I noticed there was one closer, so I took him out. And I obviously knew they were 4 since we went down so fucking quick. So yeah, I don't know if there was something going on in my head because I was so focused and like I couldn't run away. I had nothing to do there. It was either them to go out or die. So
It was them or me.
yeah.
Oh man. That was literally nuts. It was so the kill feed just exploded when you ended up taking them out of the fight and out of the game. And honestly, did you recognize those names at the time that you killed them? Because at the time, to me, I knew that was a really strong team in the lobby.
I didn't know that. No, I heard after that they were really good, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh boy, yeah, that's really good. And I believe that later in the game later in the lobby, the round that is, you did do something similar on the last Miramar game.
Yeah.
At that point, it looks like you almost embraced the being in weird spots strategies. Is that a strategy that you employ a lot?
I mean, when my friend was going to res the other guy, I knew I had to do something because I didn't want them to take the place that I was at. So I moved because I knew they were going to push us when they came back, and I had to like do some kind of weird like back attack or something since they were 4 to help us and maybe kill them easier, I guess. But it didn't go out so well.
if there was like one more person around you that could have helped out, I think that it actually would have worked really well, because I think that that fight ended up with one person taking you down and then taking down the person that eventually came to help. It was really, really close, and honestly, I think in a different scenario, it would have absolutely worked. And like when it comes to like looking at your play style, I honestly do think that you have like insane clutch potential that not many other people have. Like, when it comes down to it, and that's just my opinion, what do you think your strengths are as a PUBG player?
Wow. I think weird, I guess. I'm thinking outside the box. No, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I think outside the box, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. You seem like a very, very sneaky and cheeky player, just trying to find any little fun spot you can find to take people out. And honestly, I think that's a really good skill to have, especially if you have like one person. Well, let's start talking a little bit more about your specific PUBG play styles then. So, I know we're going a little bit off book, and I apologize for that. But when it comes to PUBG in particular, what's your favorite loadout and why?
What do you mean with loadout?
What guns do you like the most in the game?
Oh, Mini, of course.
Heck yeah.
And AK, and I've recently started with Scar. I don't know, I like spraying with it. But yeah, that's the main weapons, I guess. But I can play like every SR and DMR weapon too.
Nice.
But my favorite is Mini, of course.
I'm a little disappointed the M249 isn't on the list. That's my favorite gun, but I guess I'll allow. Wait, actually, no, this is a very important question. If there is an M249 in a care package that you find, do you take it?
No.
You bastard.
I don't.
Nope. This interview's over. Nope. No, I'm kidding. It's just my favorite gun in the game.
I usually let my teammates take care package.
Oh, okay. Do you have like a preferred care package weapon?
I like the MK.
Okay.
But I don't have to have it. If I have a Mini, I'm happy. So.
Yeah, that's a close second. And honestly, the Mini is actually insane especially when it comes to comp PUBG. That's actually an interesting idea. How much competitive PUBG did you play before the SSL?
Not much. I played some with my previous team, but it haven't been like super much now.
Did you want to talk about them for a little bit? Your previous team?
Dude, Where's My Dacia is the name.
What all did you what kind of events did you attend with them?
I think it was GLL and some more. Can't remember the names though, sadly.
All right, no problem. Did they end up just stop playing PUBG? Why did you stop playing with them?
I don't know. Oh, it's a hard question.
Oh.
I felt like I was progressing, I guess, and I wanted to find like a team that is on the same level as me, I guess.
I hope that you can absolutely find that. After what I saw, in fact, as well, being strong with DMRs on top of having really good clutch potential and having that being able to think on your feet quickly, which is what I saw during the SSL. I think that those are two things that go really well together, because you have the ability to punish people at long range for making mistakes, with the Mini, with whatever DMR that you have, and you can also function at close range and just be in really, really weird spots. A strategy like that, honestly, if you have like a 4-round series, it only needs to work once, like in the entire 4-round series to be worth it, because especially with the current kill points, you get a ton of points for that. And actually, that's another direction I'd like to ask you about. What are your thoughts on the current competitive settings, if you have any opinions on it?
I think it's really good.
Did you play in the old ones?
Yeah, I did.
In
the old ones, it was much more like snaking and trying to get on the best placement, and I didn't quite like that because I'm pretty aggressive as a player.
Do you think that it's so you like it? Do you think that it's good for the game?
Yeah, I think that too. It's much more fun for the viewers to watch.
Mhm. Yeah, I definitely
More
agree with that.
fights.
Lot
And
of
it's more
fights
fun to
happening.
play too, of course.
Yeah, especially in phase 1, we can have insane 1v4s happen like we saw in the previous week. That was really fun to see. So to talk a little bit more about just playing PUBG, first off, do you still play PUBG Matchmaking?
No, I'm playing Face It mostly.
Ah, okay. So when it comes to guns like Sandhawk's QBZ and Vikendi's G3, you don't even use those, do you? Then
I do play like pubs sometimes, but I mostly like try and get on a good rank and level on Face It.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to like the few pubs in those matches that you play, because I have this problem a lot. I hate using guns that aren't on Erangel or Miramar because I hate building up muscle memory that like isn't relevant at all, I guess. Do you have that same problem when you play those maps, or is it just like whatever, just pick up a gun?
I mean, when I play like Sandhawk, I like what's it called, Kibiu? No, a Kibiu and
U
Kibiu.
and the Z, yes, the DMR
Yeah.
and the AR respectively.
I like them, and I usually play them when I play, but I don't play pubs that often, so it doesn't like damage me or something.
Okay, yeah, that's probably pretty good. So when it comes to players that are looking to enter the competitive PUBG scene, what would you recommend them do? Like what kind of way would you recommend them think?
Just keep training, I guess, and try and see from other perspectives and learn from your mistakes, if you do any. Like if you die in a game, like think of what you could have done different.
Do you think that there's a certain way to do that? Like just play more, VOD review? Like what kind of things do you do to sort of, like, I guess, troubleshoot your own mistakes, figure out what exactly you did wrong?
If I die, if I'm too aggressive or going in the open and dies, I just, like, when I die, I know that, okay, that was stupid, I should have done that, and maybe I think better next time.
Cover good, open field bad.
Yeah.
Writing that one down the clipboard. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much all that we have for today. Do you have anything that you'd like to say, or maybe even like to promote before we close the interview off for the day?
Not really, no.
All right.
I'm
Well,
new team, so.
oh yeah, LFT, MissHairspray, LFT, and honestly, if you offer yourself as a sub for the SSL this week, I can almost guarantee that someone's gonna want to play with you after seeing what happened, and we'll be airing the highlights. Your name will be on there, so you can definitely look forward to that. I would certainly hope. All right. Well, that has been it from us today for our First Blood interview series number 6. Hope to see you guys this Sunday for SSL and next Thursday for the first, well, not first ever, but for the return of the Sidekick Showdown. We'll be seeing you guys then. Have a good day.